Hi there. I had a number of people recently ask me how I did my RAG rated spreadsheet, so I thought I'd do a very short tutorial for you. It's really easy. I've set up my spreadsheet with my students, their flight path target, what they got in their baseline test along with the grade, then the results of their past paper questions 1, 2 and 3. I then have their flight path and whether they're on track towards their flight path target, and then the progress from their actual baseline test that they did at the start of year 10 in this case. So first of all I need to put in their average grade. You can either do this as a formula within the flight path on track column, or you can do it as a separate column. I've chosen to do it here as a separate column. I quite simply used a basic formula for averages based upon their grades for past paper 1, 2 and 3. In order to decide whether they're on track for their flight path, it's a simple subtraction. I just take their average grade and take the flight path target away from that. That will then give me minus figures or positive figures, as you can see here. This I now want to RAG rate to see whether they're on track for their end of year 11 target. In order to do this, I quite simply use the conditional formatting, which is in the Home tab on Microsoft Excel. I've chosen colour scales because I want to RAG rate it, and it gives me this pattern. Obviously this isn't what I want, so I just go down to manage rules and I amend it to suit my needs. So for this instance I've changed the type to number, I've changed the values to -3, -1.5 and 0, and then I've also changed the colour so that they're quite distinctive, red, yellow, green, and it gives you this. You can clearly see then which students are on track, which ones are okay, and which ones are underachieving to where they should be at present. I then do the same for their progress from their baseline. This again is a simple calculation. I've just taken done the same calculation, but this time for their baseline grade and their average grade. And you can see that in this instance, a lot of the students are actually making good progress from where they started the year at year 10. I can use this then to identify any students that are seriously lagging behind and put in intervention immediately in order to support these students. I can then also do some other conditional formatting to help further my identification of students. So for instance, so you can see here that I've simply done an icon conditional formatting as well. I've just changed the type of rule to an icon rule, and I've put in the data for less than, more than or equal to, and it gives me the additional icons. Nice and easy really, isn't it? I hope this makes spreadsheets and data tracking a little bit easier for you. Any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks, bye.